I'm gonna show you something beautiful. Everyone screaming for mercy. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets, tangled in strings.
The end. The end of the path I started us on.
Nothing lasts forever. There are no strings on me.
Hello everyone, Ash here. And tonight I figure I'd talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer. And first and foremost, damn, that trailer was freaking awesome. But what I'm really looking forward to, honestly, that film looks like it's going to be one of the best films of 2015 already. Hell, after I've seen from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I have so much faith in them. After seeing Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier was an excellent film, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy being my favorite superhero movie of all time, which, yes, it is my favorite superhero movie of all time. I love Guardians of the Galaxy more than The Dark Knight and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That says something how much I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I absolutely love that film. And I did enjoy it. I do really like Iron Man 3. Shocking, some people are going to find that almost surprising, but I do like Iron Man 3. Thor the Dark World was a good movie. I thought Thor the Dark World was good. And for the most part, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been good. Most of the movies have been good except for Iron Man 2, which is the only bad one. And I'm going to rewatch that again, because maybe it's not as bad as I remember, but who knows. But I'm definitely going to give that one a rewatch again, just to be on the safe side. But, damn. I mean, wow. They've done a good job for the most part, and hell, the last couple of films have been fucking great. As far as I'm concerned, they've been absolutely great films. A lot of their films. In fact, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, a lot of people want to win Best Picture. So, yeah. Now, Avengers, I'll be completely honest, I do find that movie a little on the overrated side, but it's still a fun as fuck film. It really is. It's a really fun film. I do like the Avengers for being how much fun it is. And as for Thor, the original fourth film, that movie I consider is about the growth of Thor as a character. But that's the thing. Here's the thing about the original, about Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A lot of the films were playing it very safe at that time. They weren't exactly revolutionary. They weren't doing with the stuff they were doing in Phase 2. They were definitely playing it very safe in Phase 1, is what I've noticed about those films. Still good movies for the most part, except for Iron Man 2. But, as I said, Iron Man 2 was the only one that I didn't like, but the rest of them were good, solid films all around. Which was, especially Thor, which was a very big surprise. I did not know what to think of Thor, but when I watched it, I was like, that's actually a good film. But anyways, Phase 2 of the MCU has been absolutely incredible as far as I'm concerned, and I have so much faith now. After seeing Age of Ultron trailer, I have so much faith in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think it's an absolutely amazing film. It looks like it's going to be an amazing film. Hopefully we're not hyping it too much, but then again, some films that get hyped really can actually surpass the hype. Like Guardians of the Galaxy and The Dark Knight. So, yeah. And The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But anyways, yeah, films like that can surpass the hype easily, as far as I'm concerned. But As for Phase 3, where things are going to get very interesting, Phase 2 still has Avengers Age of Ultron, and I think Ant-Man's going to be still technically Phase 2. Because it was showing Phase 3 and didn't put Ant-Man in there, so I think he's going to be Phase 2, which people don't have a lot of faith in now. He may not do good and stuff. Well, here's the thing. No one knew what the hell Avengers Guardians of the Galaxy was. I mean, people did not know what Guardians of the Galaxy was, but once it came out, people loved it, so let's have some faith that Ant-Man will be good. And yeah, I know the whole Edgar Wright situation, but at the same time, it's like, there's certain things you have to do when you're doing something like this, because again, this has never been done. This whole cinematic universe has never even been attempted until now, so there's going to be certain things you have to do. And I mean, yeah, I would love to see Edgar Wright direct it, but if he doesn't direct it, let's see how the other guy does. So yeah, and then we've got more movies. We've got Civil War, Captain America: Civil War, which a lot of people don't like. There is a way to make that film work, and I have an idea of how they can make it work. I'm not sure if people want to like this idea or not, but this is how I think they'll do it. How I could see them doing it is that in the Civil War, first and foremost, if the Civil War film is if Captain America: Civil War is only one movie, that's fine. That's all it needs to be, one film. You don't need to do 2 or 3 films on the Civil War. Just do one film. That's fine. That's all you need to do. But here's what I was thinking they could do. See, in Winter Soldier, Hydra invaded S.H.I.E.L.D. They had infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, S.H.I.E.L.D. got taken down, but you know what didn't get taken down? The United States government. And would it be really surprising if Hydra infiltrated the United States government as well? And literally is pulling a lot of the strings in the U.S. government? So what if they're the ones who saw this huge threat that they saw after watching what Captain America did to their first plan in Winter Soldier? What if they said, okay, fine, we got to turn one of their strengths into a weakness, and so they used Tony Stark, because Tony, you can tell from Age of Ultron that he is really this. It's hard to really describe, but you can tell Tony kind of wants to protect everyone. He's got that phase where he's trying to protect everyone, and I think he wants people to feel safe. So he agrees to go along with the superhero registration. He agrees to it. Captain America says no, and so they have their fight and stuff. And I mean, it could be something of that nature where Tony Stark is convinced that this is necessary, while Captain America is saying it's not necessary. So, and eventually they have their fight, and then they realize this was all set up by Hydra to stop the Avengers, to shut down the Avengers. I could see it going that route. That's where I could see them going, because it would make sense, because Hydra has already infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D., so I think would it be really a big surprise if they've infiltrated the U.S. government as well? No, I think they could do it. I think it would be done. It would make some sense, and it would work into the arc with Hydra, the Hydra arc as well. So if they do it that way, I'd be fine with that. I would enjoy it, but again, I think the whole Civil War arc, let's just wait and see where it goes, what they're going to do with it. I think people are a little too freaking out, but this is a wait and see with Civil War. I mean, if it's just one film and that's it, there should be no problems. Really, I don't think there'll be any problems. But anyways, next up, they've got that. Black Panther. Don't know a lot about him as a superhero. Really don't know anything about him. So definitely be looking more into his character. Black Panther, Doctor Strange. I've seen a little on Doctor Strange, but Benedict Cumberbatch, I've heard it's going to be him or some other people, but who knows. It'll be interesting to see how that movie plays out. I've got so many films coming out. My God, Thor 3, the fourth Thor film, where it's him and Loki finally settling everything. And I do hope Loki's in Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and 2. I do hope he's in it. So those are going to be films I'm looking. That one I'm looking forward to as well. Thor 3. I think that will be the best Thor. I have a feeling that's going to be the best Thor film is Thor 3. I really do. I think it's going to be an incredible film is Thor 3. Well, because Thor Dark World was actually a major improvement over Thor. As much as I do like Thor, cannot pronounce his name right now. It wasn't a perfect film. It had a lot of problems still. It still had some problems, you know. It did have a weak story, but I did like the growth of Thor in the first film. And Thor 2, I thought, did a much better job on everything. Major improvement except for the villain. So, Thor 3 should just definitely be the best of the three. Yeah, they just got a lot of movies coming out. One movie I heard there's some people saying there's going to be one more film they haven't announced yet. I hope they make another Incredible Hulk. I mean, seriously, come on. Another Hulk film would be really cool to see. Just one more Hulk film, please. Please, I want another Hulk film. I really do. I really did enjoy The Incredible Hulk. I think it's a fun film. I did enjoy it. So I do want to see another Incredible Hulk. So there's that. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Oh, damn. This one is where we're going to see a lot more focus on Thanos. We're going to see why Thanos is such an evil bad guy, why he's just so evil and just so ruthless. So we're going to see more of why he is the way he is. They're definitely going to focus on him, as well as the Guardians. So that's going to be definitely... I'm just generally... I can't wait to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think... Oh, man, after... I fell in love with Guardians of the Galaxy, so I can't wait to see the sequel. That movie I'm just looking so forward to. We've also got a... Inhumans, which I don't know what the hell Inhumans is. Even if you care to explain me what Inhumans is, I don't know what they are, so I've never heard of them. I think I didn't hear Guardians of the Galaxy, and I fell in love with Guardians, so Inhumans could be in that same boat if I fall in love with that character, so yeah. Anyway, so Inhumans, and I know they got another one. Captain Marvel, I believe. I forget her name. It's Captain Marvel. It's going to be Captain Marvel or something. I don't know. But that one, I don't know anything much about it. But anyways, so a very good, solid lineup. I do like it's a lot of films. I'll admit, it's a lot of films. I do hope they don't try to rush these things. That's my biggest fear, is they're going to start rushing these films to get them out. I hope they take their time. That's the one thing I do want, is please take your time with these films. Don't rush them. Just take your time. Make good stories, right? Just make it all work. Don't try rushing stuff, please. I mean, that's going to be a mistake if Marvel Cinematic Universe, they start rushing films, it's going to be a disaster. But if they take their time with these films, then we'll have let's just say we'll have an amazing cinematic universe at the end. Just an absolute badass, something, it'll be the most fun you'll have with those films. I mean, really it will be. I'll absolutely love the cinematic universe if they do it that way. So, yeah. But we do come to Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, and oh damn, I'm looking forward to those films. Especially Part 2, which is going to be pretty much the most craziest final showdown on the planet. And I don't mind it's 2 parts. It's probably going to be a massive war, so it's going to make sense it's going to be 2 parts. I don't mind it. I mean, if they're going to do 2 parts, as long as it's just the craziest shit on the planet, I'm fine. Because I want this to be balls to wall out of its mind crazy. And here's what I do want to see for Part 1. I kind of want to see the Avengers I want Thanos to defeat them the first time. Not kill them, beat them in the first round, in the Part 1. And it's at their darkest. And even a few of the Avengers are captured. It's bad. It's like the situation's just so bleak. The militaries are decimated. It's just a fucking mess. And it's all gloomy. And all the Avengers are sitting there going, this was a disaster, what we do. And they all looking all sad. And then suddenly they hear this 80s music going, and they're like, what the hell is that? And then suddenly just the ship comes down, and the Guardians of the Galaxy comes down and says, we figured you could use some help. And then it ends. That's the end of Part 1. To save it for Part 2. That's how I want it to go. I would love if they did that for Part 1's ending. And Part 2, I don't know, but I am looking forward to what they're going to do with this. It's a lot of films. Just take your time, guys. Don't rush these. If you don't rush and we really take your time, I'm just thinking 2020 with my Blu-ray collection is going to be fucking ape shit. It's going to be oh my god. The best part is I'll be able to tell I'll be able to show my kids that one day and go, tell them about these amazing films and let them watch it, because this is something so cool. I really do like the fact they did this whole cinematic universe. And DC cinematic universe, you know what? I wish DC the best. I hope they do a damn good job with their universe as well as Marvel has. Hope both do. I love it. Both became these awesome cinematic universe. They're just incredible. So, anyways, this is Ash. Thanks so long. I'm out. Good night.